All right. And then we'll admit all these people. Welcome. Good afternoon. All right. Good to see you guys. All right. Welcome. We are still just a little bit early, so we'll wait till the 30-minute mark before we really jump into things. But for those of you guys that saw the invitation, you understand what we're talking about today, the power of video testimonials. And I'm going to show you guys a few strategies on how to use Dubb to collect the best type of testimonials and to make it as easy as possible to collect them. So there's a couple nice little features we've had added more recently for you guys, so we can make sure everyone's taking advantage of those. This opportunity for testimonials in your business, guys, is really the sky is the limit, because you can take one testimonial and then use that in so many different places, right? You can use it on a website, you can use it in advertising, for social media posting, for email campaigns. We'll talk about sort of some of that at the end here when we've talked about after we've collected them. So, all right, here, we're at the top of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and start here. Ina, if you could admit people as they come in. Okay, guys, so we're gonna jump in now. If anyone has any questions around testimonials in their business, we want this to be an interactive presentation, so you guys can toss into the chat, the Q&A, or it's the chat here. So feel free to communicate, and we can bring you on screen. I will ask that if you have anything else going on, like some video or music or something in the background, go ahead and mute your microphone, and then you can turn the microphone on when we're going to address your question. So, all right, guys, we're ready to talk about this. We're going to present. So, video testimonials. Why should we be using them? Why should we be collecting them? And what should we be doing with them? In this presentation today, we're going to show you guys a little bit of the why, like if you haven't realized sort of the benefit already. And then we're going to talk about the easiest possible ways to collect the highest sort of quality testimonials. There's a balance between that we're going to discuss. So first, guys, why? Why should we be capturing testimonials for our business? Well, we know video, guys, conveys information that text does not, right? You unless you're putting like a little emoji or something into a typed out review, they simply could not replicate somebody's smile or their energy. A video testimonial is going to be able to capture the delight and the emotion of that client better and in a way differently than text ever can. So, having someone hoping that they're an eloquent writer and can write some amazing review is much more fewer and far between than someone that can deliver an authentic testimonial that's able to articulate their thoughts and feelings, again, much easier than plain text. So that's the first thing, is testimonial videos are superior in many ways to written review. They're also much more memorable, right? You will remember something that you heard and saw, and people's faces are much more memorable than text on the screen. We've been programmed since the beginning of the human race to memorize faces. That's how we remember people. That's how we know who our friends and family are. So that's programmed inside of us. And this is video testimonial sort of taking advantage of that feature that we have built in, remembering people's faces. So there's a connection that's made, a memory and impression that is just not replaceable with plain text reviews. So the stats are out there, right? The just look it up, and people retain information and they comprehend information better via video. And there's all that emotional aspect that gets tied to it too. The other part of this, guys, is we're not actually making these videos. Our clients are making the videos, and we want it to be easy for them to create something. So video testimonials are usually a lot easier for someone to say, because they can just speak about how they feel. And especially, we're going to talk today about giving them some prompts, giving them some instruction so that we can actually get the message that we're really looking for out of them. So video testimonial is superior in many ways and in many opportunities to text. Like if you want to go share a post on social media, text is not a very engaging post, right? Not compared to video. And it's the same format in basically all places of communication. People prefer to watch video over reading text. So that's what we're here to take advantage of, guys. The other opportunity we're going to discuss at the end of this is once you've collected the testimonial, there's a lot of places to share it. I sort of mentioned this right in the beginning before we started, but one testimonial you can use throughout your entire business, guys. We can embed these on websites, landing pages. They can be advertisements. They're terrific social media posts. They're perfect content to incorporate on your Dubb pages, on your video pages, and in your email content. So there's literally every place in that your clients engage with you in your business, they can see testimonials in those places. So that's the reasons why video is very powerful, and we can use it throughout our entire business to power up our marketing and our sales efforts. So if anyone has any questions on why or want to discuss that piece, let's do that. I know some people, like say financial advisors or certain financial professionals, right? Testimonial videos aren't a great fit for every business, but I will describe for you guys some opportunities to take advantage of that, even in that case, even when you're not able to speak about the exact benefits that a specific client had, because that is, you know, the case in many of our businesses. So let's go ahead, guys. I'm going to jump into this, and we're going to talk about the formula to best capture testimonials from your clients. So we're talking about two different things here at the same time, which is the easiest for you to capture the testimonial and also the easiest for the client to send a testimonial that has the content you're looking to receive. Now, back in the day, testimonial videos used to be like a big production, right? You'd have a crew of people, like someone, a camera guy, lighting, things like that, actually show up at the place of business or at someone's home or something like that, and do a really professional type of testimonial video there. That was the case many years ago. Now, in these times, people see videos like that, and it actually does the opposite of what we want. It's breaking the trust because it looks very produced. So when something's produced, we're assuming it's scripted. Now we're assuming these are actors and not even real clients. So this really high-end testimonial production has gone really more to the wayside in many of our businesses, right? Like if you're real estate agents, having highly produced testimonials is not something that you really need these days. And in fact, authentic video is going to perform better. So like a regular client, your actual customer on their cell phone saying how awesome you are, that's going to be more impactful and much more meaningful than this full studio setup with lighting and actor, or, you know, a scripted video. So that's what we're talking about too, guys. One of those is much more expensive and difficult for both parties, right? We're writing scripts, and then we're hiring a crew, we're showing up a location, setting a time, quite inconvenient for both parties and expensive. And so we're talking about the opposite of that, guys. We're talking about using the Dubb technology to capture video testimonials remotely, using the technology, their cell phones that they already have in their hands, or even their webcams. So part one of this, guys, I'm going to show you what to do inside of Dubb in order to begin capturing testimonials. Now, there's really two opportunities here for everybody. One of these is depending upon how many contacts you have, how many testimonials you need to collect. If it's less than like hundreds, right? If it's 10, 20 people, 30 people, 50 people, clients that you have over the lifetime of your business, I would recommend one-to-one requests. That means you're going to ask for a testimonial individually from those clients. Like if you guys, again, are in real estate or professional services, you have a relationship with your client. And in that case, I would highly recommend a one-to-one approach. So I'm going to leave that open. I'm going to open a new window. Now, many of us, right, we're very pressed for time, or like we have a lot of clients and you simply don't have the time to create a custom request for each person. So those are the two different approaches we're going to talk about here, guys. If you have a relationship with your client, it's a lower volume, right? Not hundreds. I'm going to always recommend a one-to-one. I'm going to show that first. And at the same time, I'm going to show you guys a more generic approach where, again, if you're really pressed for time or you have a large number of clients to request testimonials from at once. So here's how this works. I like to do from the website, so we can use the mobile app in conjunction with it. We're going to click right here to record a video of ourselves. Again, if we're in professional services, our clients recognize us, they know who we are. And so this is a big part of the trust in that we need to build and get them to take action, which is send us a testimonial. Now, if you guys are in a different service like Dubb, like software or something where you have hundreds of clients, maybe it's not necessarily a more personal approach. We're going to talk about both of those. First is the one-to-one, guys. There's a feature on the Dubb mobile app. We teach this same strategy, guys. If you come to the live trainings we do every single weekday, or any of the one-to-one trainings that we provide, we will show you the same strategy for when you're doing a sales outreach, business development. So in the mobile app, this little whiteboard, this little clipboard thing, I'm going to click it and it opens up the whiteboard. At that point, I'm going to say, hey, Darius, or video for Darius, or quick question, Darius, something for, because I'm going to pretend that I'm the client that I want the review from. So I'm going to use my tablet or phone to personalize this video for my client that I'm trying to get this response from. I'll show you guys how this shows in just a minute, but this is what we want to start our video with. Hey, Darius, quick question, Darius, tiny favor, Darius, something like that, where they immediately know this is going to be for them. So that's the first piece, is having your visual ready to go. The second thing I recommend is your script, what you're actually going to be telling your prospect. What I always recommend is to elicit the response that you're after. If there's a specific part of your business that you want a testimonial about, you want to mention this in your video. So I'll just use our business for an example. Like I don't want reviews on me as a professional, right? Like I'm not looking for you guys to critique Darius at Dubb when I want a review. I want a review about the software and how it's helped your business. So I might say something like, hey, Sandy, so great getting to work with you. If you could just do me a huge, huge favor, click this button below and it's going to open up the camera. And I just want you to tell me what your favorite part of using Dubb has been. Or if you don't like that one, how about tell me what your responses are like when you send videos to your clients? What are some of those favorite responses that you've received? So the idea here is I want to tell them exactly what I want them to say. And the reason I'm doing this is to give them some sort of guidance, some sort of outline of where I'd like them to speak. Now, this is one version that I'm going to show you guys. Is in the video you want to instruct them. There's going to be a couple other little bonus options I'll show you here to help them get this message down as well. But the part one is in the video. And guys, this again comes back to the difference of if you're requesting these testimonials from an individual client, a client that you have a relationship with, there's some history there. There's something to talk about. There is going to say, you know, hey, Bob, I know when we first started working together, you were having this issue, right? And as a result of using our stuff, you got to hear. Tell that story for me. Just tell that thing. And you guys will have similar interactions in your business where you've worked with somebody and they, as a result of using your product or service, they had some result, right? So that's a really great piece to capture, like the story, the arc of how they went from A to Z with your product or service. Just an example, again, of a story that you want to capture from them. So having that prompt is what we're calling, like, hey, you prompt the AIs these days. We want to prompt our people to give them the response that we actually want. So that's the number one thing, guys, is in this video, we're making a heartfelt personal request to that individual prospect that we said, hey, Darius, do me a huge favor. Click below and tell me this story, this our story from A to how we went from A to Z. This is, guys, the specific client testimonial, as I mentioned. If you have a lower number of clients and a closer relationship to them, every single time, this is what I'm going to recommend. Now, other side, guys, we have tons of clients, very pressed for time, maybe not as close with the relationship, didn't have a specific sort of story to capture through the testimonial. That's going to be this example where instead of putting their name in the thumbnail, it's going to be something like tiny favor or something like that, or quick question, probably, because quick question means they want to know what the question is. The concept with this thumbnail, guys, is we want it to let them know this is a real person. It's us on the other side. It's not an automation or something like that. It's us asking something. The idea of the thumbnail of the video, we want it to be engaging. We want it to make the person on the other end say, what is that? I want to click this video. So there's all these little different things I'm showing you to get optimal number of clicks and opens on these. Again, if they're personal, you're going to put their name. If it's generic, like we're talking about now, something like that. So, hey, quick question. If you could do me a huge favor and click the button below, it's going to open up the recorder and allow you to send me a video testimonial. If you could do me that favor, what I'd like you to say is A through Z, right? Same prompt, but instead of it being specific to that one person's story, it's a more generic outcome in your business that you'd like to achieve or like to hear the story of. So instead of the name and the specific story, it's a generic request with a generic set of responses that you want. Now, I will recommend sort of giving people more than one option. Like, they don't want to necessarily tell that story. They want to tell the story of how awesome it was that you helped them with something else, right? So you don't necessarily want to say just exactly this unless it's exactly what you're after. Guys, everybody's business is a little bit different. Like with Dubb, we're always trying to capture a different angle from different, like if it's a real estate business, again, I don't want to hear how awesome our team was that helped them. I want to hear how it's helped their business. So we'll maybe request something like that. So that's the number one thing here, guys, is the prompt. Either it's specific for your individual client or it's generic in that it's asking for a set of responses from your entire client database. So this is part one, is recording of the video, guys. And we're going to do some thumbnail customization. I'm actually going to record a quick example here, and then we're going to see what happens after this. So I'm going to say, hey, quick question. Is there any chance you could leave me a little video testimonial? You know, it's going to mean everything to me in my business. If you could click the button below, it's going to open the recorder and allow you to send me a video testimonial. And here's what I'd like you to say. Just tell us how, when you first started working with us, the problems that you were facing, and as a result of using our service, the benefits that you're getting now, right? Just tell us what you like most about using our product or service. So thanks again for your time. Again, you just got to click that button from your computer or cell phone will work. You can also upload a video if you already have one. So thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Something like that, guys. And you can see it's heartfelt. I do encourage that, even if it's a generic request like the one I just did. Guys, we're asking for their time. We're asking for them to put themselves out there a little bit. So ask nicely. Just the tip there, right? Smile. Okay, so that's the piece here. Now I want to show you guys the second part of this, of how to really package this video up to get those responses we want. So I have created what's called a preset. What this does, guys, a preset, if you're not familiar with it yet, which most of you should be, if you're not familiar with what a preset does, a preset will apply a set of settings onto your video at one time. So what I just did is I applied my video testimonial preset. And now you can see below my video, I have several elements. One, I have a number of prompts to give them some options to choose from. Why do you love our product or service? Would you recommend us? How long have you been a customer, right? They can answer any of these, all of these, any combination of those. I've just given them some ideas. So maybe they watched the video and they said, well, I don't know, what do I, and then they saw some of these. I would be happy with any of these, right? I would only put the prompts there that I actually want for my business. So there's a text prompt you can put there. And then there's the video instruction. And you're going to notice one other piece here, which again, you can incorporate this in your script if you have it, which is an existing testimonial. So in my playlist, there is an existing testimonial video. So right at the end of my request for the testimonial, it rolls into an example of the testimonial. So now they're going to see, oh, well, I see what Jason said. I can say something similar about my business. And so that way they have really everything they need here. They have your guidance, your request, they have some prompt options, and they will even potentially have an example testimonial here in their playlist. And now, guys, if you're working on collecting your first testimonial, you can still put something here. You can record an example pretending to be a client. You can, in your request, you'd say, hey, quick question, leave me a little testimonial video. And if you like, I even left an example that's going to show after this, so you can sort of see what it looks like. And then it goes into an example video of you saying an example testimonial of your own business. And again, that's if you guys don't have one yet, you can give the example of your own. So what I did, again, with one switch, the preset, I applied all those things, the description, the playlist, the button, the instruction, everything there that I need to help elicit that response that I'm after. So that's really where this second part comes in, guys, is the packaging of your video to help get that response. So this is the preset. I'm going to show you guys really quickly how I created it. So right here under assets, presets, I click this button to create a new one. you can see that's my existing one. Instead of creating, I'm just going to click the pencil because it's already made, but this is how I made it. I named the video, and then I put in that description some of those prompts that I wanted to see. I put in those 5 prompts, and those are going to show as the description below my video. Then I added my button, collect video testimonial. So that's going to add my button there automatically. Part of that button is the description for the button. So if I edit it, you can see it has a description that says, click the button to send me a testimonial, just in case there's any confusion. Maybe they didn't watch the video. So, and then in the playlist, you can see I have my Jason Forrest testimonial. And so that's going to go there automatically as well. So by creating my preset with this button, playlist, and description, all I have to do is apply this preset to my video. That's the request for my testimonial. And it's going to add all those things at one time. So instead of adding those things manually and adding a thing and adding a button, I recommend, guys, having a preset for collecting video testimonials for your business. And that way, as soon as you record a video, you can do what I just showed you, which is assign that preset where it has all the right things there at once, and you have the best chance of collecting that testimonial according to your specifications. So we've covered really 2 parts, guys. One is the creation of this video. It's either going to be generic, like this example, or for most of you guys, it should probably be a specific testimonial request. I will let you know a personal request will get a better response and a higher conversion rate, right? If you send a personal request to someone, they're much more likely to respond to that versus a generic one. Now, we want to make the generic stuff look custom. We want to make it look like it's for them. We don't want to make it look like that it's obvious for 1,000 or however many people. So I'll show you guys that in a moment as well. So we talked about the creation of the video, specific or generic. Then we talked about the packaging of the video with prompts, potentially an example of yourself or your client, and then the buttons below it. And then one other thing I wanted to touch on, guys, is if you're in the business where you can't necessarily capture actual testimonials of your clients, then we're going to do what's called like a story, where you're going to tell the story of your client. You're going to say, I want to tell you a story about a client who is this demographic, this psychographic, and they had this issue. And as a result of using my services or product, this is where they ended up. So it'd be you telling the testimonial just from your point of view instead of the client's, because in your business, there's sensitive information and you're not allowed to share that. And those people would understand that, right? They're like, well, I wouldn't want my testimonial, my personal information shared out there. So that type of testimonial works within that type of business where it's a story instead of an actual testimonial. So parts 1 and 2, guys, we've covered here. Recording the video itself, we gave all 3 examples now, which is whether you have a specific client to request from, a generic group of clients to request from, or you're actually creating the testimonial yourself if the client is not able to or should not provide a testimonial. Then we talked about the packaging here. Obviously, if you're recording it yourself, you can skip this part. It's your own story. You're going to make it. If it's the other 2 examples, a generic request or a specific request, I recommend is the same packaging I've shown you guys here. This is what's going to have the best chance to elicit that response that we're after. Video example, instruction, options, and of course, the button for them to take that action. I don't recommend other buttons on this particular page, guys, because we only want them to do that one thing. We don't want them to visit the website or get lost or do anything else. We want them to just that one button. So this is the preset I recommend for collecting testimonials. Okay, guys, I'm going to move to part 3 now, which is going to be the sharing and collection of those testimonials, which is how you're going to share this video and then also how you're going to share the testimonials. So it's a double share. And if there's any questions about those first 2 parts or anything I'm showing along the way, I see 1 or 2 in the chat. I'll answer those right at the end here, guys. So pop them into the chat, keep them coming, and we'll bring you on stage here at the end. All right, so in part 1, we recorded this little video testimonial. In part 2, we packaged it up. Now it's ready to be sent. It's ready to be shared to our clients. So the first option here, guys, is the direct integrations. If you have Gmail or Outlook or one of those platforms, there's a nice little button built right in where you can just click on the video, on the Dubb button, sorry, and then on the video to share it. That's the probably fastest, easiest method, is with some of our direct integrations. Now, there's also a universal integration I'm going to show you guys. This is going to work for any email system, any social media tool, literally anywhere you can communicate with your clients on your computer. This method is going to work for it. This little button right here, this is the Dubb Chrome extension. When I click on this Chrome extension, you can see there's a tab that says My Videos. And here is my library of videos. There's the testimonial request that I just made. And now here I can click share and now copy. Now this button, guys, is the same button that's on the website. It's a universal copy and paste. So I can click that copy button, and now I can literally paste this video anywhere I can communicate. So email, social, text message, CRM, WhatsApp, like I said, literally anywhere you guys can send a message. There will be just a little bit of difference depending upon where you're sending it. So in an email, in a text message, we can get this preview to show, guys, but just be aware in certain channels, like say, for example, social media or like LinkedIn, if I go to send this video, it's only going to show as a link until I've connected with that person or until they've responded to my message. Then it'll show the preview along with the message. So just be aware of that little limitation, guys. If they're not a friend, not a connection, not following you, it will only show as the link. Once they're connected to you, responded to your message, a friend following, then it will show the thumbnail of the video as part of the message. That's just a privacy thing, guys, on most social media platforms. So be aware just of that little limitation when sharing these videos. But the point that I'm showing you guys is this is the same button that I can universally access this video, copy it, and now paste it anywhere. Email, social, text, like I said, universally. So what this, guys, this is a one-time send, right? I'm sending one video one time to one person to request a testimonial. Now, this is, as I mentioned, the method that's probably recommended most because it's going to have the best conversion rate. Not this example, but the one that says, hey, Darius in it. That's the one I'm going to recommend, one-to-one. However, there's another part, which is in bulk or even through automation. So if you guys have another system, maybe a MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Constant Contact, something like that, we can share this video through that system as well. So any CRM or marketing tool that you guys have, we probably have an integration with it. And that means we can send this video through any of those tools in bulk, and any of our clients that open this video are going to be able to send us a testimonial. So this is how, and that's why I showed you this quick question one, because we wouldn't put their name in it if it's going in bulk, right? And this is the same option, the universal copy and paste, to paste it into any of the systems you guys may or may not be using. Now, speaking of systems, guys, if you have or don't have a bulk email system, a bulk text message or automation system, Dubb does function as this tool, guys. So this is actually right inside of Dubb. Let me show one other thing first. First, bulk emails. Guys, if you have a list of 300 past clients, you don't have the time or energy to go do a testimonial request for each one, but you want some testimonials, you can do a bulk email right through Dubb. So using your Gmail, your Outlook, your email, whatever it is, so it's coming directly from you to your clients, we could say testimonial request bulk. So now what I'm doing is I'm creating a campaign, a bulk email that's going to go from me to whoever's in my list all at once. So there's my from name. There's the subject line. Probably say, hey, quick question for you. Quick question for you. We want them to open it. We don't want them to necessarily know what it is yet until they've heard our request. So there's my subject. There's the video. Now here's the body of the email. And what you guys are going to see is I can say something like, hey, first name. So what this is going to do, it's going to send an email in bulk, but it's going to look like it was sent to them one-to-one. So down here, you can see it says, hey, Darius, check out this video. So now it looks like it's for them, at least as much as we can do in bulk. So it doesn't have their name in the video like I showed you, but it at least has it at the top of the thumbnail and in the body of the email, maybe even in the subject line. So that way this request is going to look and feel as personal as we can make it. And then now I can send this bulk video testimonial request to a whole list of people at once. You know, I can send this to 100 or however many, right, at one time and collect those testimonials through the same email. You can also schedule this, guys, for a future time and date or send it right away. So this is the first option for bulk collecting video testimonials, is either using your bulk email or messaging system or by using the bulk built into Dubb, the bulk email or text message built into Dubb. And it works through email or text message, guys. So be aware of that. Email, text, social, any channel will work for them to click that link and send you a video. Now, this was a testimonial request in bulk at one time. And now, guys, there's one final option for this, which is automation, the ability to collect video testimonials through automation. So this is what an example of this looks like. This is a workflow that says when somebody gets added to this workflow, it's going to send them an email or a text message. And in this email or text message is the video that I showed you. It's this one. Hey, quick question. Send me a video testimonial. And the behavior is it's going to send that video, email, or text message. Then it's going to wait 2 days. And then it's going to check. It's going to check and see if that person sent me the video testimonial back. If they did not, meaning if they did not send me the testimonial that I asked for, then it's going to send them another message to remind them to send that testimonial to me. So that's what this is, the example of automated video testimonial collection. Sends the request, waits and checks some length of time. Maybe it's a day, maybe it's a week. And then it checks and sees, did they give us the thing we wanted? No. Well, then let's follow up with them and try one more time. Try 3 more times, right? Try until they give us what we want or until they unsubscribe or whatever. So this is how this would happen through automation. And now if yes, guys, if yes, right, they gave us the testimonial, well, great. Workflow's over. We got what we wanted. So this is sort of the final frontier, guys, and the most automated or most sort of intelligent way to collect testimonials automatically, which is using the Dubb automation. And so this is a workflow. You can see it's very easy to build. And we always help with automations, guys. Anyone that wants help with a workflow, we'll help build those out for you. But this is sort of that final option, guys. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this bulk sharing piece, if you have any system that does something like this already, we can incorporate these videos into those steps. However, those other tools are not going to be able to tell when the video reply was received. So we probably wouldn't be able to automate this same process in another tool. So anyway, little limit there, guys, which as I said, if you're using another tool, you can't automate the video testimonial process because it can't tell when you've actually collected one. All right. So guys, I have just now covered the very best practices for why you should be collecting them, how to collect them, whether generically or specifically from your clients. And then if you're using the generic, how to do this in bulk or how to do that through automation or through the systems or channels of communication you guys already have access to. So it's a short one today, guys. That's all we got, but I'm going to now open it up for questions and Q&A and stuff. So now's a good time to ask something, guys. If you have any questions about what I just showed here, now's the chance. So what do you got here? I used the strategies Darius talked about and created this testimonial video. Nice. Got one here. Wow. That's awesome. You got a nice little edit there too, Bill.
Skills that Bill.
Love that. So Bill's example there, he went above and beyond. He made a really nice video that's got some editing and things like that in it. So fantastic job capturing those testimonials and then incorporating that into an asset, guys. And actually, you know what? I realized I forgot a piece, guys. I'm so sorry, which Bill just reminded me of. So thank you so much, Bill. Guys, what to do with these testimonials once we've captured them, once you actually have a testimonial. I mentioned in the beginning here, there's really a lot of opportunity. Guys, if you want to click that link and see what Bill did, that's a perfect example of how a real estate agent is leveraging their testimonials in their business. And that's just one example. This is on his own Dubb pages. So guys, if you are doing business development, lead nurturing, prospecting, you're anything near the top of the funnel, you absolutely should be having testimonials visible for your prospects, for those people that aren't clients yet. If they're already clients, testimonials aren't necessarily as important for them to see, right? They're a client already, they know. But for lead generation and business development, that's where those things need to be at, guys. So if you are responding to leads, if you're marketing to leads, to potential customers, there should be testimonial videos sort of sprinkled throughout your steps, either like a link in your signature, a playlist video on your Dubb pages, a button that goes to those testimonials. So like how Bill has a whole page that's nice edited, it's got multiple in that one video. You could have a nice button that says, check out our testimonial videos, and it goes to that page. So collecting these testimonials, guys, is this the first part. If you have a website, Dubb offers embedding options to embed these videos into your own websites or landing pages in a multitude of ways. So let me show you those really quick. The first one is this standard embedded video. So on your own website or landing page, you could have a nice big video just like this of a testimonial from your client. And at the end of these videos, it automatically will show your call to action buttons. So if you want someone to visit a website or book a time or whatever, they can click to be taken to that action. So this is the standard embedding option. There's also a widget. You see this little video that floats and sort of follows me around as I scroll. That's called a widget embed. And you could have a testimonial video there, or a like what Bill has, a group of testimonial videos or something. So widget style, a standard embed, or you could build a showcase. This little Dubb icon here is a showcase, guys. So when I click this, it provides a full page takeover of a showcase of videos. In this case, these are Academy videos, how to do stuff on Dubb. So lots of those. If these were testimonial videos, this would be a perfect place to showcase all of my testimonial videos at once. So, and they'll automatically play. They have my buttons here. And then when I close this, I'm still on your website. So if you guys have a nice website that somebody built for you, you don't necessarily have to have, pay them an arm and a leg to come build a whole new testimonial section or something. You can literally embed a little showcase just like that and have it be a modal pop-up feature on your existing website. So if you guys have a website, there's 3 options for sharing your testimonials on your existing websites or landing pages. So any questions on that, guys, let me know. I'm going to move to the next one. So one option, as we said, is on your video pages, guys, below your videos. That's a perfect place to put a testimonial video, especially if you're using Dubb for lead generation, lead follow-up, conversions, existing client comms. You want them to come work with you again. This is the number 1 place on your Dubb video pages. Number 2, on your websites or landing pages. Number 3, guys, is social media. If you are posting to social media, we all probably should be. Most of our businesses can benefit from that, the vast majority of us. And a testimonial of a client is a fantastic social post. It's called a client appreciation post, right? You're going to say, hey, guys, in today's post, I want to show some appreciation for my client. Here's what they did. Here's the problems we solved together. And here's their message, right? Perfect testimonial or perfect social post because A, it's for your target audience. B, it helps convince them and helps educate them on what you're doing, what problems you're solving. But it's like not our word. Don't take our word for it. Take their word for it. It's so many of those little elements that make a great post where it's not being salesy. It's not doing the things that we're not supposed to do, but it is getting us all the benefit that we would get from a salesy type of post. So fantastic social post, guys, whether that's YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or any of those social channels, TikTok, all will benefit from that client appreciation post. So website, social, Dubb video pages, guys, advertising. I've seen many businesses that incorporate client testimonials into their advertising. Will depend on, again, your product or service, your business. It's not a perfect fit for everyone, but it can be incorporated into most people's businesses, into most people's advertising, like real estate or mortgage or professional, I'm not sure about mortgage, actually, what you guys' regulations are. I haven't helped too many mortgage clients with advertising, more real estate, but client testimonial can be incorporated throughout all of your assets. So website, advertising, social, Dubb pages, and then of course your general marketing. If you're like, you got a new client, you got a testimonial, great story to tell, that's a perfect newsletter, right? A market update. Say, hey guys, I want to tell you a recent story about a client. And it's got, here's my links, here's my next things, right? A newsletter is what some people call it, a market update. Basically, it's staying top of mind with your audience, right? You need to be making sure you're communicating with your entire audience regularly to make sure they remember who you are and the value you provide. And this is, again, a perfect opportunity for that as well. So all 5 of those channels are powered up by this one piece of content, right? So that's why we can take this one piece of content and do all those different things with it, and why this one piece is so valuable and why we hosted this training today, guys. So, okay, that was the piece that I missed, guys, where how to share these, where to share them. There's options to download the videos right from Dubb. So if you have a testimonial that you'd like to share, I don't recommend sharing the link, right? You don't post this link to Facebook. You're going to download the testimonial video and then upload that. You might even do what I recommended there and put yourself in front of it, right? You can use the desktop app. So I'm going to record a little video of myself, and I'm going to say, just like this, hey guys, I want to share with you today a client appreciation post of our client Bill. Let's hear what he had to say. Pause or check mark. Now I can add in Bill's clip here. And then I save that. And now I have a perfectly combined video of me doing my client appreciation post. Or it's just the testimonial of themselves with some text around it, right? The body of the post is the message. So either video or text or both. Just showing you guys how that's possible. But you will not take the link and just post that to social media. All the social media platforms don't like that because it takes their traffic away. So instead, you're going to upload the video natively to their social platforms. Like this. If I go to LinkedIn, I'm going to upload the video natively. I'm not going to add, I'm not going to do it any other way. So not as a post that way, not with a link, but as a video MP4 upload. All right. Well, yeah, as I mentioned, that's the piece that I did include earlier. Creating these videos, packaging them for responses, the best responses we can get, and then sharing the testimonial request we talked about, either one-to-one or automation. And once you've collected the response, all the 5 different channels that we can power up with that single piece of content. So good. Okay, now we're ready for some questions and stuff, guys. I go in the order that they're received. So whoever popped in first, I'm going to answer first. So Bill, appreciate your example there, my friend. Thank you. And for reminding me about how to share. So Michael, I assume that the automation only works if I have the contact stored in Dubb. Yeah. So the automation inside of Dubb, it works by enrolling a specific contact into the automation, which, yes, Michael, would require the contact being a part of Dubb. Guys, all tracking, by the way, anything you want to track, like if you want to see who watched a video, what percentage did they watch, you will have to have their contact information inside of Dubb. So just be aware of that. The tracking needs the email. Thomas, love the shirt. Right, we got to get some more merch. I think we ran out. I think we just ran out of our last shirt there. We'll talk to Ina and Ruben here about getting some more swag for you guys. Appreciate that, Thomas. All right, Mary, I use Brave browser. Do I need to remove it in order to record on Chrome, or can I keep Brave installed? So 2 things there. Actually, Mary, I'm not 100% sure if recording will work on Brave, because there's different versions of Brave, and there's there's always some other little browser that uses Chrome. So Mary, you would have to test that for yourself on your computer before I could say with certainty. So if you want to do that in the next few minutes, you're welcome to do so. Go to your Dubb account inside of Brave and just click this little button right there, the little red plus. And then if your webcam appears, everything looks good, you hit the record button, press record, let it record for a few seconds, and then press the check mark and see that it uploads. Test that for me, Mary, and we could say for certain. Okay, Sandy, I have a challenge of storing, filing, and retrieving the videos I have in the hundreds. Wish there was folders. I understand tags. Tags are great going forward, but I have a system, but having a system of tags before I got too far. Yeah, no, so that's great. Understood. And I will say that you can essentially treat folders just like, or sorry, tags just like folders. In fact, I did make a video about this, how folders are used like tags. So if anyone is wondering that, I'm going to share this little link in the Zoom chat right now. And this one is saying how you can use tags like folders. Because how does a folder work, right? You first create the folder and then you put things in the folder. So Dubb works the same way. You first create the tag. So I'm going to add a new tag, and then I'm going to select the videos that I want to put in that folder, which is adding a tag. So technically it's different, right? Adding tags versus putting into a folder, but in a way it's really very similar. It's almost exactly the same, where select the things you want to put into the folder, put them into the folder with that button, adding a tag. So just sort of reversed. Instead of putting the videos in the thing, you're putting the thing on the videos. So, and then when you want to pull up the folder, you just select the tag and it pulls up the folder with those same content there. So, good. Okay. Bill, you can link your embed Dubb video testimonial in the featured section of your LinkedIn profile. Love that one too. Exactly, guys. If you're any social channels you're active on, guys, like people say link in bio, right? Like if you're on Instagram or some other ones, they link in bio thing. Put your Dubb video page there, guys. It's free. I mean, if you're paying for Dubb, right? You're not paying extra for Linktree or something. And it has a video on it, which is far more personal than anything links on like a Linktree thing, guys. We have a feature built exactly for that, which is on the dashboard. It's called the bio link, which is your bio, your description, your link. So this is a direct replacement for something like that link in bio. So you can set up your page and it will have all your social, your buttons, your videos. Mine looks basically the same as my other page because that's all I want. I don't want to put my own personal cell phone here or something, right? But you guys might want to put whatever contact information there. So, okay, good one, Bill. Okay, Jim, I'm always getting requests for testimonials. You're always getting requested for testimonials. Would be great if Dubb had a template that has an affiliate link. My Dubb message back would be, here's a testimonial you asked for. It was done on Dubb. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's very cool, Jim. That is an awesome idea. And this is why we love you guys and we listen to you and we build the things that you tell us. So Ina, copy that message down for us and we'll discuss that after here. So Jim, I think that's a fantastic idea. Sweet, man. Yeah, we'll definitely add something exactly like that. So now you can go submit testimonials everyone's asking you for and potentially earn from that. So very cool. All right, Thomas, Brave is Chromium based. Yeah, that's what I mentioned. I know it's Chromium based, but it should work, but I've sort of seen some mix-ups. Who knows? But I agree with you, Thomas. Yeah, based on Chrome should work, but we'll see what Mary says. Michael, I assume that the customer can also record the testimonial in his cell phone. That's absolutely correct, Michael. So the recipient will be able to record a video from their mobile device or from their webcam. I will say there may be some compatibility issue moving forward, like if we update all the operating systems again and we have to change everything to work with the new, and then some customers on like an iPhone 2 or something, and it may not work. So there might be some instances where the video doesn't record. We have added a feature to fix that, which is they can upload. So they can upload an existing video. So if they can record something on their phone, then they can just press the upload button and we can receive it that way. So even if the recorder isn't working. So yes, Michael, they can record from the phone, from a tablet, from a computer webcam, or they can upload an existing video. So both are options. Yep. Bill, hire a VA if you want to speed up the process. Yeah, right. Automation, VA, something like that would allow you to do that process more quickly. I'd say that if you have enough clients to get those testimonials from, then like something like a VA, or if you already have a VA, that's a separate task for them. That's perfect. But I wouldn't probably hire a VA just for that one task, unless you have a lot of testimonials to request. We have actually had other people, they set up their whole business which is to collect video testimonials for other people's businesses. And it's just Dubb. And they go charge other people, $100+ per month for the service. And they just have a single Dubb account and they're doing that for other people. So I've seen this tool utilized for individual businesses and for individuals helping other businesses as well. So very powerful tool for collecting this. In fact, if you guys go scour the internet, there's lots of services that do what Dubb does, but they only do video testimonial collection. And they're like just as expensive or more so than Dubb. They're limiting you on the number of responses and stuff. Like I think Boast.io is one of the more popular ones, and they're like more expensive than Dubb if you want more than a few responses. So anyway, this is for your guys' benefit. It's already a part of what you're doing and will definitely go a long way to helping your sales and marketing. And guys, collect now, right? Like if you're in a market that's slow, like a mortgage or real estate or something, it's the perfect time to go build up your marketing and stuff right now. So when things pick up, you have lots of assets to leverage. So good. All right, Michael, can I make video emails with my avatar 101 without being in front of the camera? Good. Thank you for bringing that up, Michael. I did want to give you guys one final example where, let's say you do not want to be on video at all, not your voice, not you at all. You can use the little AI here to create your own video from just a text. So I can go voice here and I can say, please send me a testimonial. Just really quick. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. And then if I preview this,
please send me a testimonial.
There it is. I have a little AI generated video that's going to have the same buttons below it. I would not just say that, guys. I would say a lot more, right? I would say, hey, John, do me a huge, right? It would be a message for maybe a personal or somewhat generic, but it would be longer than that. It'd be what the instructions I provided for you guys earlier, a nice sort of heartfelt message. It's sort of ironic saying heartfelt, but then it's an AI video. So the AI video will not have the same impact, guys, as you, right, requesting. So Michael, while I realize that it opens up a lot more potential, like you can get it out to more people, make more of those videos, I will say it depends on the business. If it's a business where somebody will recognize you or see you, I would highly recommend you or your avatar. And I know your question, Michael, was an AI avatar. So if you have something like, what were one of those ones? I don't know, somebody name one of those AI avatar softwares. I can't remember one right now. Anyway, if you sure. So PPO, if you have one of those that generates a little talking head or avatar video of you, you can upload that video to Dubb and share it through the same exact methods that I showed you guys. So the actual video that you're using to request the testimonial can come from anywhere. It could be AI, it could be a tune video, it could be a screen, it could be what I just showed you with the AI voice video. That's not important of where it's coming from. But I will add that the stuff that I mentioned in the beginning will likely have a better conversion rate because it's you, it's a person, real person. And that's typically eliciting the best human responses is when they know that you took the time to do something for them. So not always possible. Like I said, guys, so things are done at scale. We're not putting ourselves on video for that. There's a million reasons. And yes, great question, Michael. Any video you have, you can pop into Dubb. And Hagen is the software. Oh, okay. I thought that was like, hey, me again or something. I thought it was a typo maybe. So got it. Good. And then thanks for the resource there, Michael. If anyone else wants to maybe check out a little AI video piece themselves, by all means. I will say a lot of all of our success stories, guys, are about the personal sort of one-to-one because it creates that response that wow, it's you. You made a video for me. That's really cool. There's something about that that's not replaceable with AI or cartoon video or AI, the voice video. Definitely something that's missing from there. But there's also has its own benefits, right? Like you don't have to have your hair combed or whatever. So good. Having a consistent follow-up will be key. Exactly. That if you're not using the automation, I will tell you guys, every conversion that you're after, like an appointment, a sale, a testimonial, it's going to take several touch points typically, right? It's if you send just one message, one request, one time, you probably have a 25% of the conversions that you would have if you followed up multiple times. So that's again why we built that feature and why it's actually there is exactly for that. We've noticed that they just need a reminder. We hear this all the time because we send testimonial requests to people and they're like, I gotcha. I want to do one. I've just been really busy. We hear that constantly. And then they'll go on with their day and lives and great, perfect. We want you to succeed in your business. But if you have time, why not send us a testimonial? And so that's the purpose of the automation, is just little bumps to remind them. Otherwise, yeah, you yourself are having to have some sort of system to send reminders, or like Bill also mentioned, like a VA would be helpful with that. If you already have the VA, though, like I said, I wouldn't hire one just for that. I would recommend a VA. We loved our VAs so much, we made them part of our full-time staff and team and part of our family here. So we're big believers in that. Good. Right on, Bill. Appreciate you, brother. Good. Okay, guys. So yeah, that's the end here. I don't have any more lessons to teach. I always love questions and feedback. We always learn something extra there. So if anyone else has anything else, would love to discuss or answer. Otherwise, that's it for this session, guys. Crystal has a question. Crystal, what's your industry? Mortgage and real estate. Okay, good. So while we don't have a VA ourselves, we do have a few recommendations. We have a coach that we brought on several weeks ago where we did a whole session on how to hire a VA for real estate. I would like to connect you with our coach, Sasha. That's exactly what he does in his business. Well, he's a real estate coach first and agent and team leader. But he also has a whole business where he either lets you hire his VA or helps you train your own VA. He has a lot of service to help, very flexible. So that would probably be one of my number one recommendations. And then also, Bill, if you want to contribute where you got a VA, or if anyone else has a trusted source, we're all about community here, guys. So I'll connect you with Sasha. I'll put his email here really quickly. Let me just pull it up. And then if anyone else has a source that they would recommend, that's how we like to make our recommendations, guys, is people that we've known and vetted, or people that we've vetted and known that they've known and vetted, if that makes sense. So if Bill trusts them and he has great VA, then I trust his source. Like I said, Sasha, I just put his email in the chat. I've worked with him myself. I have a great respect and trust for him. So I would recommend that source as well. And that was for real estate VA specifically. I think mortgage as well. Don't quote me on the mortgage part, but I know specifically for real estate. All righty. Good. Great question there, Crystal. Anything else, guys? Anything else I can help you with in today's session? Thank you. Good seeing you, Sandy. All right. Well, everybody else, appreciate you guys. Michael, John, Daniel, George, everybody else I recognize. Some of you guys I don't. Appreciate your time. And as always, do not hesitate to reach out, guys. The little chat bubble's a few minutes away. Always here. We always want to help you. So don't get stuck or frustrated on something. Or if you do, then just come talk to us right away, because we can help you. So, all right. Well, thank you guys very much for your time here today. Happy hump day, and see you next time. Appreciate you. Bye-bye.